Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Kari and today, for the second time because I'm a Nimrod, I am doing the Where's That Fantasy tag. I was tagged by the lovely Abby. That is not what I want. There you are. I was tagged by the lovely Abby from Abbey of Pelennor, and I was tagged like 2 months ago. I filmed it the week I was tagged and then proceeded to delete said footage because, again, I'm a Nimrod. Now I don't remember the questions, I don't remember what books I picked for the questions, and it's been a while since I watched Abby's video, which means I have no real knowledge of what's going on, which means that from about this shelf down, all of these and these, and some over there, are all of my fantasies, and I'm going to be going through these questions and figuring out if I have these. So, let's go. 1. Book over 1,000 pages. Book over 1,000 pages. There we go. Alright, so for this one, we are going with the Words of Radiance. Am I supposed to do this without looking? I don't think so. Yeah, this one is 1,075 pages. So, question number 2, a book older than me. As far as fantasy goes, I mean, my default would probably be Lord of the Rings, because that's definitely older than me. I think a lot of Mercedes Lackey books are also older than I am. Damn, this one's not, of course. The one I pick is not. Like how I'm going in circles, because obviously, what's he supposed to do? Ha! Perfect! 1991! Haha! Older than me. I was born in 92, to be clear. Alright, so Winds of Fate by Mercedes Lackey is older than me. They didn't specify by how much. Multiple books in a series that you haven't started. Oh man, which one we want to go for with that one? Series I haven't started. Alright, series I haven't started. Let's see, we can go with All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace for this one. I think we can also go with Descendant of the Crane, but for this one we're going to go with All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. I have both books in, I believe it's a duology. Haven't started it. There are also books double stacked back there. Oh yeah, We Hunt the Flame, also own both of those, haven't read those. Let's see, Weapon on the Cover. Oh, where are you? It's that Winter's Kiss one. There you are. Perfect. There's a dagger on this one by Marie Rutkowski. Winter's Curse. This would also work for the prior question, as I have all 3 of them but haven't read any of them. Number 5, a myth or retelling. Right, so for this one, with one that I have just gotten, and that is Half Sick of Shadows by Laura Sebastian. This is a retelling of one of the characters from King Arthur, Lady of Shalott. Signed by the author. Now that one's harder. Signed by the author. Oh. I mean, I have Percy Jackson signed by the author. I also have Nevernight signed by the author. Ooh, Poppy War. I got the really pretty Illumicrate. I'm pretty sure they were Illumicrate versions, so all 3 of them are signed by the author. Signed by the author. Book with illustrations. Oh, there we go. This one I have actually read. This is Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. It is obviously, maybe not obviously, it is the fairy tales, some of them, that are part of the Grishaverse world. So this one has pictures because each story starts out with essentially just a little piece, and then on each page it adds until it gets to the end, and it's very cool. I love that actually. Illustrations. Book with a unique magic system. By default, I mean, basically all of them have a unique magic system, just putting that out there. But let's see. Ooh! We're gonna work my favorite book in here, because that's who I am. Graceling by Kristen Kishore. This includes Fire, Graceling, Bitterblue, and Winterkeep, which just came out this year and I have already read twice. It's fine. So this one has a unique magic system in the sense that I have never seen, or read rather, another book that has people with 2 different colored eyes that manifests as a very specific skill set. First book I ever read like that. So far it's the only book. With the possible exception of The Curse of the Night Witch, but that one was an emblem and you could change that, so not so much. Books in a series that aren't the same sign. Oh, I have that one by Gail. What's her name? Carriger. Gail Carriger. Fuck me, where is it? I don't even know. Technically speaking, this is my science fiction section, so maybe I don't count that. But if I do count science fiction, then we're going with Gail Carriger, because I have like 3 in one series that are this big and the other 2 were that big. Obviously that's irritating. Oh, there we go. Right, so for the size difference, we're going to go with Aragon by Christopher Paolini. I have 2 books in the mass market paperback, and I have this one, and then Inheritance is bigger because apparently we can't have uniform sizes. Features a bastard child or lost heir. Ooh, bastard child or lost heir. We'll go with this one. So for this one we are going to go with The Land of Stories, The Wishing Spell by Chris Colfer. This features a lost heir. That's about all I'm going to tell you, because if I tell you more, it's gonna, you know, spoil all the series. But fairy tale retellings, basically. 11, An Assassin Story. Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. That's an excellent assassin story. Yes, I know there are problems with it, but I love it. Let's see. There's also Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Another assassin story. Also very good. Still problematic, I know. Moving on. Right, so we're gonna go with that. Let's see. 12, book by a black author. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh no. Please hold. Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. This is a Kosa-inspired fantasy. That's the word. Kosa-inspired fantasy, and Evan Winters is black. The second one in that series is out. I just haven't read it yet. 13, an urban fantasy. I don't do these so much, but probably the closest I'm gonna come is Wicked As You Wish by Rin Chapeko. This is a sort of dystopian fairy tale retelling, and it is phenomenal. 14, a special edition. Well, I would like to point you to the Poppy War. I have this edition of Sarah J. Maas. I have special editions of Nevernight. But if we're moving away from that, I'm only going to hold up 2 because there's a lot of books. But Ember in the Ashes. I got the Fairy Loot. It's either Fairy Loot or Illumicrate. Honestly, I don't keep track of who I got what from where unless I'm tracking it. But anyway, yeah, so I got these absolutely stunning editions. 15, a book that features dragons. Dealing with Dragons by Patricia C. Reedy. This is the book that got me into fantasy. It follows a princess who just doesn't want to deal with her family's outdated ideas of what a princess should be and do, so she goes off and finds a dragon. I do love dragons. They are one of my favorite mythical animals. It's either them or a phoenix. I switch. Let's see, that was... Alright, so 16, multiple copies of the same book. I would like to point you again to Graceling by Kristen Kishore. I have 1, 2... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I have 5 copies of Graceling, because one of them is in Spanish. And then I have 5 copies. I have 6 copies of Graceling, sorry, and 5 copies of the trilogy, or the series as a whole. They changed covers on me, so that's not my fault. I mean, it is, but we're ignoring that. 17, an underhyped book. I would like you to point you to anything by Rin Chapeko, because they're amazing and fantastic and just lovely. But also, I will make Abby very happy and go with The Naming by Alison Krogan. This is a YA, sort of Lord of the Rings-esque feel to it, quest to save good over evil, and It's lovely. I own the whole series, but I've only read this one. 15, a standalone, Priory of the Orange Tree. I will say, fantasy standalones are really hard to find, and this is the one that's kind of popped out for a very long time. Because, I mean, one, it's a chunker, but two, it's one of the few that I know of is actually a standalone, as I stand here staring at my shelves. Most of them are series. But anyway, yeah, Priory also has dragons. Alright, 19, one-word title. Oh, crap. Oh, there we go. One-word title, Damsel by Lana K. Arnold. Still don't know how I feel about this book. Trigger warnings for assault. Or we could go with Uprooted by Naomi Novik, which I have actually read. I mean, I've read the other one too, but less disturbing. And the last one is 20, a book with a talking animal. Book with a talking animal. Pretty much anything in Mercedes Lackey's Valdemar series, because they have sort of telepathic horses. I mean, they're more than horses, but essentially that. So that, ooh, Cry the Ice Mark has talking snow leopards. Bloody love Cry the Ice Mark. This is the third and final book in that series. This is also underhyped because nobody talks about it. And oh my god, they should, it's so good. Yeah, so third in the series, but it's got talking animals. Right then, there we go. That was not as painful as I thought it was going to be. I thought for sure I was going to fail miserably. I don't know if I'm supposed to time this, but you know, I'll have it on my camera when I go to turn this off. So, those are all of the books, all of my answers to Where's That Fantasy. If you want me to do this with historical fiction or nonfiction, because I got a lot of those, I can try it with classics, but I have fewer of those. I will also happily do it with fantasy again in a couple of months and see if I can come up with different answers. Don't ask me to do science fiction though, because that's all I got. So that'll end badly for me. I'll have to twist things very hard. But at any rate, those are my answers. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to be tagged, I tag you. Have at it. And in the meantime, I will see you in my next video. Bye.